Yeah, explicit.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Shout out to one of my YouTube premium members, the travel behemoth. He wanted to hear Devin the Dude do what you want to do. I get so many Devin the Dude requests, man. It's weird. Like, I'm not even really up on Devin the Dude. Show me some love in the comments below, all you Devin the Dude fans. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. We're going to get it kicked off today with a couple of things that I thought were pretty intriguing. The main one, this is crazy. Bitmain produced bad batches of ASIC units ahead of the Bitcoin halving, claims some miners. So we're going to take a look at this out of Cointelegraph. I also have something out of A&B Crypto. Why are stablecoins market shares increasing rapidly despite a recession scare? I've been telling you guys, I think in the future you're going to think of stablecoins when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Not saying that Bitcoin is going away or anything like that, but you're going to see more and more people use stablecoins. And unfortunately, there's no real way for you to take advantage of that other than maybe some DeFi type of application that you can earn interest on your stablecoins. But I think stablecoins, and I've been saying this for a long time, stablecoins are here to stay, and they're going to be and continue to be the lion's share of cryptocurrency activity. And then lastly, the Bitcoin hash rate hits an all-time high just days before the halving. We'll take a look at this and what does this mean? Are more miners really, trying to get the most out of this market, this network? Are they going to leave right after? We'll take a look at this article out of Decrypt Media and see what they have to say about this. All three articles coming up here in a second. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And also let me remind you guys of the Crypto.com promo going on. Buy crypto with 0% credit card fees. That's hashtag 343. I don't know when this ends, so you want to take advantage of that now. Download the app in the description below, and if you sign up with that link and use my promo code CBLOOD, you will get $50 in MCO tokens, and I'll get 50 as well. So use that link below, buy you some crypto today with 0% credit card fees. So let's take a look at this heat map for today. Bitcoin, wow, up 6.3%, $9,842. We breached that all important resistance area that I said, hey, if we take this out, it's on, and it is definitely on. We'll take a look at the charts here in a second on a technical level to see where the next area of resistance will be. I think it's around 10,600. We've got Ethereum up 3.8%, $213. We've also got XRP up just shy of 1%, not really catching a wave like Ethereum and Bitcoin. And you can really say that about pretty much all of the altcoins at this point. Litecoin is just up about 3%, $47.82. EOS up 0.5% to $2.76. Binance is up almost 2% to $17.14. And look at that, my old school player from the Himalayas, Dogecoin, up 5.4%. Good to see that coin still shining, still going. It's an OG coin right there. But as I stated, this area right here, this is what we were watching. I said, if we breach this, it is most likely on. And I think the next level, it's not showing on this chart, some other chart, but 10,600 would be the next area of resistance. And I think that's, if you want to put some shorts on, you want to be the contrarian, that's where you should put shorts on at 10,600 and give some room, about 500 pips or $500, I should say. I'm thinking of FX, $500 room for a stop loss. So that would take you up to around 11,100. That's if you want to get ahead of this. I don't know. You know how Bitcoin can be. It can really, really get going. You get a lot of FOMO. The markets are thin, and you can see very, very quick accelerations upwards. Correlation is still kind of there. You had Dow Jones close up 211 points, and we got Bitcoin up. But Bitcoin is up a little bit more, or a lot more, I should say, simply because at this point, fundamentals are starting to take over in the crypto markets, and the market is starting to anticipate this halving. So you want to be careful post-halving, because I think it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. And then after the sale, you'll start to get a nice gradual creep up from here. After this halving, you're going to see a nice move, I think, for the next year in general, right? You're going to have ebb and flows, but you're going to see a nice build up in momentum in Bitcoin's price from after the halving all the way out. Let's take a look at this first article out of A&B Crypto. Why are stablecoins market shares increasing rapidly despite a recession scare? The ripples of COVID-19 are being felt in the cryptocurrency ecosystem too, but stablecoins in particular have felt the heat. Regardless of pandemic-induced pressures, stablecoins seem to be doing well, increasing in market cap even with the threat of negative interest rates hanging over their head. Take Tether, for example, the largest stablecoin in the ecosystem. It has managed to grow its market cap by an enormous 120% in just 3 months. And other stablecoins have done the same. An attached chart shows the growth over the course of 2019 and 2020. And as you guys can see, look at that. USDT just killing it over the last 2 years, especially in 2019. Look at that growth. 2020 doing pretty well as well, but look at GUSD. Last year lost market share, is doing much better this year, but I would see still net in the negative over the last 2 years, at least so far. And the only other one that's really standing out is BUSD. But you know, GUSD is the Gemini US dollar. I don't know, that dollar never really took off like they maybe intended it to. So BUSD, of course, you guys know, is Binance US dollar, which has registered the highest growth in 2020 so far. However, in terms of market cap, a small percentage change in USDT's market cap would be equivalent to a huge change in BUSD's market cap change. Hence, neglecting BUSD, Tether still noted the highest growth as its market cap rose from 2 billion to 7 billion at press time. So Cryptodamus strikes again. I told you guys, stablecoins, though you couldn't really take advantage of it up until maybe late 2019 with the DeFi and being able to earn interest on your money. You can definitely do that over at crypto.com. That's where I do my DeFi, get my DeFi on. You know, it's very hard for us to take advantage of the stablecoin, so it doesn't sound sexy. But it's not about what's sexy, it's about what's being utilized. And I told you, stablecoins are going to be popular and become even more popular going forward in the crypto game. And honestly, I think like in an indirect way, it's going to assist in the adoption of crypto. Because if people are able to jump in and out of crypto and back into fiat, people aren't going to be so quick to just leave the ecosystem. Stablecoins help keep capital in the ecosystem. Like it or not, it's a positive thing for crypto. Jeremy Allier, CEO of Circle, pointed out over the past several weeks, we have seen an explosive interest in growth in USDC. There is clearly a very significant global demand for digital dollars and the use of digital dollars as a new payment medium. We are getting feedback from Asian market participants that there is more and more demand for USDC. So that's what's happening, you know, and it's going to continue to grow. My only concern, and you guys let me know in the comments below, is there a threat to stablecoins? Could governments come out at any point and change legislation? Absolutely. It could definitely change at any point. I think at this point, it's not a bad situation. Because in the case with, Tether, I know people hate Tether, but you got to give Tether credit for when they were exposed by the New York Attorney General's office, their numbers leaked or whatnot, and they actually had 70% reserves, which is much more, by orders of magnitude more than what these commercial banks have. So what do these commercial banks have? Maybe 3% of reserves, 2%, 1%. Who knows at this point? You gotta kind of, you have to take this seriously, and I think the only way you can really take advantage of it is staking some of these coins and getting a much better interest rate than you would ever in a CD or any other type of interest bearing account. So this is the wave, man. I told you guys this. I told you this. Let's take a look at this Bitcoin hash rate. That's also hitting all-time highs. As Bitcoin halving gets nearer, more miners than ever are trying to get the most out of the network as possible. What happens after is the question, and that's what I was posing. I think we're going to see a huge drop off in the hash power on the Bitcoin network right after the halving. And at this point, it looks like the halving will occur around May 11th. According to data compiled by analytics firm Glassnode, the one-day average mining hash rate of the Bitcoin blockchain reached 139 exahashes per second, trouncing the previous all-time high. For perspective, this increase in hash rate represents the equivalent of more than 71,000 new Antminer S9 machines on the network, the most popular Bitcoin miner, which can each pump out a hash rate of 13.5 terahashes. But as you guys probably remember, Black Thursday, that all came to a screeching halt when the coronavirus-induced panic crashed the market on March 12th, and when the price of Bitcoin collapsed, so did the mining industry as profitability flew out the window. But the strongest incentive for miners to jump back in has been Bitcoin's recent price performance. Bitcoin has since recovered from the Black Thursday crash to become the best performing asset of 2020. Where you at, Peter Schiff? As Bitcoin mining becomes more profitable, mining activity increases as reflected by the new all-time high in hash rate. The question is, how many will stick around after the halving? I have to say, I think you're going to see an initial crash in Bitcoin. When I say crash really in Bitcoin means like 50-60%. I don't think it's going to go that low. I really don't. But I think we're going to see a pullback and then a slow roll up to that 100,000. And the new numbers from Plan B and his stock to flow model is saying $280,000. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity to buy some Bitcoin after this halving. It's going to drop. It's going to drop because it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event. We'll see what happens, but that will be my plan with accumulating more Bitcoin. Now, the last article, which is crazy, Chinese mining hardware giant Bitmain released a batch of Antminers with particularly high failure rate, according to a group of miners. Let's see what's going on. The Telegram group, started by the co-founder of the United States-based cryptocurrency consulting and mining firm Watom, contains several complaints about Bitmain products, primarily the Antminer S17 Plus models. He says, I have never seen such defective production before. So they're getting a 30% rate of reported failures. They said around 30% of the machines started glitching after only 1 month of use. Normally, defective miners account for just 5 to 7% of the whole order. Among the units, 32 stopped working due to error, sock, and init error, while 99 now only work using just 1 or 2 hash boards out of the 3. With 80% of the latter group ostensibly having this problem straight out the box. Now, this is big because every hash counts when you're talking about mining. This is why I don't do the mining game anymore, because everything has to be perfect. You're banking on the price of Bitcoin to accelerate higher in the future in a short time frame. It's just so many variables that have to line up for you to be profitable and have a good hash cycle or mining cycle that I couldn't do it anymore. I made good money in the past mining Bitcoin, but primarily mining the script coins. There was a period there. If there's any pullback, it just messes up everything. Your projections on when you're going to break even and all of that. So if you have units, 32% of them, a third of the units not hashing correctly, that pushes your break even point out, and you really want to break even as soon as possible so that you can make money thereafter. You only usually have a really small period of time to make money after that point, unless you're accumulating those coins and you're going to sell them later when the price skyrockets. But it's kind of a stressful business to be in, if you ask me. And so this only adds more stress to those individuals who got those first round of S17 plus models. He goes on to say here, but we still have 30% of bad units. They should be sent to China, and as a result, we lost money in mining before halving, and we'll have to wait 2 months for a repair, which of course does not do us any good. Yeah, the longer you wait, if you have other people with other units, there are some competitors coming into the game against Bitmain. If they're not having problems, even if you lose that 2 months, now you're behind because the difficulty rate increases. So, your unit, whatever that hash rate is for that unit, it's like almost like a time decay type of thing going on, man. I don't know. You guys let me know if you're still mining Bitcoin. I don't understand why people are doing it, to be honest with you. And others in the group, they said, reported somewhat similar failure rates. Chief Technology Officer at New York-based energy startup Grid shared his experience after receiving a large batch of Antminer S17 units. He said, we've got about 700 of 1,800 machines with at least one hash board down after 3 months. About 300 of those 1,800 with at least 2 hash boards down, and probably 150 of them with all 3 hash boards and or PSU failures. So this is not good for Bitmain, and only puts them in a worse situation because there's more competition coming out for Bitmain. They're not the top dogs anymore. There are some other companies out there that are producing more efficient miners at just a little bit more expensive. But you look at the efficiency rate and as far as power usage and their mining hash rate, they're better. They got over on them. They definitely got over on people. And to be honest with you, I didn't think about this. The hash rate will probably be even higher. Very interesting, very interesting. And shout out to my man Zuby. I'm going to have him on for a kicking it session. You'll see that later today. All my YouTube members. Had a great conversation with him. He was on the Joe Rogan show. Kind of blew up after the women's deadlift record he broke to prove a point. So very good conversation and want you guys to tune in for that. But again, shout out to my man, the travel behemoth, for the song request, Devin the Dude. Do what you want to do. If you found this video informative, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here, people. Ha!